Dylan keeping an eye on a big storm coming across much of the country, Dill.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you. No, I'm just kidding. I got you guys now. It's much better hearing you. Yes, we're talking about the cold, and I want to point out that it is moving east, too. So take a look at Monday morning. That's where we're going to start off with a wind chill of 7 below in Chicago, Detroit, 4 below wind chill, Pittsburgh about 6, Boston about 7, and then Monday afternoon, high temperatures will only be in the single digits and teens, and your feels-like temperatures will be stuck in the teens as well. So it is going to get cold everywhere. It's just starting in the northern plains in the upper Midwest. Today, we're also going to start to see that snow fill in across Missouri, through parts of Illinois, through southern Iowa, and the rain will really start to intensify and get heavy across the southeast. That's a look at the weather across the country. Now here's a peek out your window. And that's your latest forecast, Peter.
All right, Dylan, thanks so much. Still to come right here, the son of Kansas City Chiefs head coach Andy.
Looking for the big game.
Well, you know, we've been talking about some rain likely down through Florida, but it looks like the rain is going to end before kickoff by Sunday. So let's take a look at what's the setup. We've got this kind of slow-moving front that is sitting across northern Florida. This is going to bring rain throughout most of Florida throughout the day today, off and on pockets of heavier downpours. And then as we go into Sunday morning, we'll certainly start off the day with some rain as that cold front moves through. But by the time we get into Sunday evening, it's already down near Miami, so it should clear out with plenty of time. So we are going to see partly cloudy skies by kickoff at 6:30, 67 degrees. So that cold front will drop temperatures a little bit, but still not too bad. It actually looks ideal as we get towards game time. So elsewhere across the country, we are going to see the chance of some snow start to work into places like St. Louis, across most of northern Missouri, southern Iowa, into Illinois as well. This is going to be the next storm system that is going to bring some rain to the southeast and snow eventually to the mid-Atlantic, and perhaps up to 6 to 8 inches across parts of New England on Sunday. That's a look at the weather across the country. Now here's a peek out your window.
Thanks, Dylan.
And that's your latest forecast, Peter.
Hey, okay, Dylan, enough of the forecast. Let's talk football. We know that you're a huge Patriots fan, so the real question is, what do you do about Tom Brady? Do you root for him tomorrow?
You know, I mean, there's two schools of thought for New England fans. I've said it before. It's like watching an ex-boyfriend have a really successful relationship with someone else. I'll be rooting for the Chiefs this time around. Oh, boy.
Right. I'm going to root for the Chiefs, too. Mahomes, he's the underdog, right?
Dylan's expert.
I
don't know. I think Brady, maybe my issue was with the Patriots, not with Brady. I'm rooting for Brady.
Well,
except for Dylan.
Just get the snacks ready. That's what matters, right?
Speaking of snacks, just ahead, how you can have a safe Super Bowl get-together. Is joining us again. Dylan, what's up next in Pop Start?
Besides the fact that I could eat my own bowl of guacamole, coming up, Alec Baldwin's wife...
Criticism over claims that she faked her Spanish heritage. More now from NBC's Blaine Alexander. Now to the much-anticipated Super Bowl halftime show. We told you last week the weekend is headline.
Have you weighed in yet, Dylan?
I have not. I have not typed Mahomes yet.
I feel like after Tom Brady, the emoji should just be like 5 fingers with rings on them. And I think that just speaks for itself.
That
right
I could
there,
go
right?
for.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's coming up soon. All right, Dylan, thanks. And still to come, the animals have spoken.
And that's your latest forecast. Peter, Kristen, back to you.
All right, Dylan, we like your technology. We're impressed.
Thank you. I do
It's impressive. Yeah.
Not too bad. Still to come right here on Today, we are taking trivia night. From the way it is this weekend, it's going to be a good Valentine's Day weekend just to hunker down at home for most folks.
That's a really good point. I was thinking back to last weekend's holiday. You know, we're making fun of the groundhog. Well, it's all playing out as planned. Winter certainly is being winter.
It certainly is. I had to run to my car today. It's absolutely freezing. Stay inside. Eat chocolate for Valentine's Day.
Yeah, no doubt. The groundhog got it right again this year. Dylan, thanks so much. We'll get to more on the forecast.
Hi, Dylan. Good morning. Good morning, guys. I don't have a game show for you today, but the weather is so good that you won't even miss it. So let's take a look at the numbers, because we've got this huge ridge in the jet stream, and it's going to just bump up our temperatures with likely records across parts of the Northeast. New York City, 71 degrees today. Washington, D.C., 79 degrees. Even Pittsburgh and Buffalo, Detroit, all at 66 degrees today. Richmond, Virginia, 79. Boston, close to 70 degrees. Now, tomorrow, we're going to keep the warm temperatures. In Cleveland will be about 39 for Saturday and Sunday. And in the Northeast, we should drop back down into the mid to upper 40s through the...
Absolutely. So much change.
Look at the weather. Look at how bright and happy Dylan is.
It felt spring-like today.
Yes.
Definitely.
So, but you've got the hot pink on, too. There we go. We do have that spring-like feel in the air. So with that comes your typical springtime thunderstorms, which is exactly what we're seeing. Look at St. Louis right now. Lots of cloud-to-ground lightning, heavier downpours, and we do have the chance of some severe storms today. It's all along a cold front that will eventually start to move east and cool things off. But tomorrow, we do have a chance of even stronger storms, especially back through the panhandle of Texas into parts of southwestern Oklahoma. Damaging winds, large hail, and also isolated tornadoes are possible. This moves ever so slightly to the east on Saturday, so still including Oklahoma and most of north central Texas, where we could see some of those stronger storms on Saturday. And the problem is this frontal system is going to kind of set up shop, and that means all the showers and storms just keep riding right along that front. So for areas like southern Missouri and southern Illinois, we could end up with about 5 inches at least of rainfall, and that could lead to some flash flooding. Something to keep an eye out for the next couple of days. That's a look at the weather across the country. Now here's a peek out your window. And that's your latest forecast. Back to you guys.
All right, Dylan, thank you.
3 on Wednesday, so we're inching closer to spring. That's a look at the weather across the country. Now here's a peek out your window. And that's your latest forecast. Peter?
All right, Dylan, thank you very much. Just ahead right here, one doctor's shocking to...
The couple's popularity is not what it used to be after the couple's tell-all interview with Oprah. NBC's Matt Bradley has more.
Generational divide. Younger Britons still with Harry.
And maybe a divide between Americans' views on this and Britain's views on this.
That's for sure, Dylan. Yeah, we need the poll out of the U.S. See what that
Yeah,
says.
I think it would be a little bit different, for sure. And it looks like, moving on now, that there won't be wedding bells in the future for Jennifer Lopez and Alex Rodriguez. According to E! News, J.Lo has called off the engagement. The superstar couple, what happens? Next up, the Grammy Awards. Music's biggest night is tomorrow, and it's shaping up to be an exciting show. Trevor, fascinating, so we'll see what happens tomorrow night. And that's your pop star.
We sure will. I can't wait to see Trevor Noah host. That'll be fun.
Yeah, anything Beyonce, too. So it's fun.
For sure.
Dylan, thank you. Coming up next right here, we're going to move on. And
she's in for Al this morning. What are we looking at? What are we looking at?
I'm thinking about hugging my parents.
Yeah,
I can't wait. All right, let's take a look at some of the numbers because everybody wants to know how warm it's going to get. And with a nice ridge in the jet stream, it is going to warm up quite a bit today, especially back through Detroit into Cincinnati, Pittsburgh, all around 70 degrees or higher. Tomorrow we'll likely break some records across parts of the Northeast. Look at some of these numbers. 75 in Philly, even Boston, 68 degrees. Richmond, Virginia, 77. And then as we go into Friday and Saturday and Sunday, Washington, D.C., that'll help with the cherry blossoms, 80 on Friday. Saturday, we drop to 73, and it will cool off a bit by the end of the weekend in the Northeast, with temps dropping back down into the 50s. That's a look at the weather across the country. Now here's a peek out your window. And that's your latest forecast. Back to you guys.
All right, Dylan, thank you, thank you.
Boxes and see if you see a UCLA theme, Savannah.
There is a theme.
Unintentional, but...
Unintentional.
Yeah, it could be a sign.
Yeah. Or did we? All right.
It was
we're
just
ready. We're ready for our first check of the weather. Dylan, what do you got?
All right, Svenny, got your throwing arm ready?
Oh, yeah, I do.
We've got winter weather alerts, winter weather advisories, along with the flood warnings and the flood watches. So, yeah, the cold weather is coming, although it is going to mostly, yeah, that was a much better throw.
Thank you.
It is going to stay across upstate New York, but let's talk about the rain first, because areas
across Tennessee do have to deal with a lot more rain.
Perhaps another couple to up to 5
Inches of rain possible when all is said and done. We also
the chance of some stronger storms, the slight risk area that includes parts of Mississippi.
all the way up to North Carolina, where we could see winds up to 60 miles per hour, large hail, and the
isolated tornadoes, so it's all along this cold front, so the heavier rain will make its way to the
East Coast later
on today, and then tonight, the cold air on the backside will change the rain over to
some snow, and then it gets really cold Thursday night into Friday morning. We could see again about 1 to 3 inches of rain. Wait.
We're good. And stop throwing your scripts. Look at the weather across the country. We'll get to your local forecast in the next 30 seconds.
All right, let's take a look at some of the temperatures we are going to see, because it's going to get awfully chilly back behind this cold front. It is still going to hang on to the 60s and 70s on the East Coast, but look at how chilly it is in Chicago. 43 degrees for a high today, 53 in Cincinnati. And this cold air is going to move eastward, especially as we get towards Friday, where in the morning we'll likely break some low temperature records, and then in the afternoon we're only going to top out in the mid to upper 30s for most and on Thursday, but up to 48 on Friday. New York City, it's the flip side. Friday's colder, so we'll be at about 43 degrees for a high temperature. But we just have to get through Friday. Things will take a turn going into the weekend. Look at this. Chicago's up into the 70s by the time we get to Easter Sunday. Cincinnati, 71. Buffalo, 62 on Monday. A round of applause. Yes, Hartford, 60-41. Yes, the kudos too, girl. Yay. That's look at the way. 62 on Monday. A round of applause. Yes, Hartford, 60-41. Yes, the kudos too, girl. Yay. Back. See no rain just yet. A few showers around. By midday, it's
Yes, because we don't have enough to worry about. Tom Costello has everything you need to know about the billions of noisy cicadas that are about to emerge.
Love it.
Today
Average
years
temperature
old.
minus 80 degrees Fahrenheit.
Is that right?
Oh.
Yes. You think it's a warm planet. It feels like, you know, it's red, it's warm, but it's actually very, very cold.
Today years old, discovering there was actually Martian time. Did not know that.
I know.
By the way, Tom just mentioned the acting NASA chief coming up in the third hour. We're going to have him on. He'll talk a little bit more about what's at stake with this whole mission in just a few minutes.
That's really cool. All right, Dilly, what you got?
All right, I have so many questions for him.
I know you do.
I'm so excited for that interview. Okay, speaking of the cold, we've got temperatures that'll feel like it's about 9 degrees below zero in Oklahoma City. That's currently, right now, Abilene, Texas, it feels like 0. And as we go into this afternoon, temperatures aren't going to warm up all that much. We'll stay mostly below freezing, although Houston should get up to 39 degrees, but the wind chill will feel like 28. So still feeling morning, just brutally cold, especially for that area. And then tomorrow morning, we're likely to break some records. Dallas, the record is 15 degrees. We're forecasting a morning low tomorrow morning of 15 degrees. Abilene, the record's 19. We're forecasting a low of 10 degrees. Midland, Texas, 8 for tomorrow morning. But warmer weather is in sight, and it is going to arrive this weekend. Look at Sunday in Houston. We should get back up to 60 degrees. San Antonio, 64 degrees. Memphis will go from 28 on Friday up to 46 on Sunday. So there is warmer air in sight. It does just take a couple more days before it gets here. Let's look at the weather across the country. Now here's a peek out your window.
And over the city.
And that's your latest forecast. Great.
All right, Dylan, thank you. Just ahead.